Okay, so whatever you think you know about e-commerce, just throw it out the window. Because right now, there's a modern day gold rush happening, and it's not in some far off mountains, it's on that little app you scroll through every single day. Today, we're digging into TikTok Shop, and trust me, it's a massive opportunity that is completely rewriting the rules for sellers.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Just listen to this. E-commerce expert Travis Marziani says TikTok Shop is the single fastest growing opportunity in the entire US. He's not exaggerating. What we're seeing is a genuine explosion of commerce happening right inside the world's most addictive social media platform.
So, what's the big deal? Why is this so different? Well, think about the old way, right? You had to work so hard to pull people off of an app like Instagram or Facebook and drag them over to your website. Every single click was a chance for them to get distracted and leave. TikTok Shop just completely blows that up. Social and shopping are now the exact same thing. The store is in the app, turning millions of people from passive viewers into buyers with just one tap. It's seamless.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the sheer size of the opportunity. Then, I'll walk you through a quick start guide to get your shop up and running. After that, we'll get into the real strategy, the 4 pillars of success: authentic content, the power of live, building your own affiliate army, and finally, using the paid amplifier to scale everything up.
First up, let's talk about the TikTok Shop Gold Rush. And look, we're not being dramatic when we call it that. It's exactly what it feels like, this unique, fleeting moment in time. It's a land grab for entrepreneurs and creators who are quick enough to see what's happening and jump in. So what's the secret sauce here? Why is this all happening right now? Well, for starters, you have a massive, super engaged audience that's already there, spending hours on the app. The integrated shop makes buying stupidly easy. But the real kicker? The organic reach is unlike anything we've seen in years. One video can literally change your business overnight. And the best part? TikTok is throwing money at this, sponsoring things like free shipping and huge discounts that you, the seller, don't even pay for. They want this to work. So, you get the why, you see the opportunity. Now you're probably thinking, okay, how do I actually do this? Let's get into the how with a super simple quick start guide. You might think it's going to be complicated, but honestly, it's surprisingly easy. It's literally just 4 simple steps. You're going to go to seller.tiktok.com. You pick your business type. You can be an individual using your social security number or a corporation with an EIN. Fill in your basic details, hit submit, and then just wait for that verification email. They've designed this to be fast. And boom, once you get that email, you're in. You can head right into the Seller Center and start listing your products. Add your pictures, a title, description, price. But, and this is a big but, just having your products listed isn't the whole story. The real magic happens with how you actually sell them. And that brings us perfectly to Section 3, our first, and I would argue, most important pillar: authentic content. This is the stuff that powers the entire TikTok Shop engine: organic, shoppable videos. This quote right here from Vincent Ramsey at TikTok, it says it all. You can forget everything you learned about making slick, polished, high-production commercials. On TikTok, authenticity isn't just a nice-to-have, it's literally the currency of the entire platform. People are calling this the messy content advantage. We're talking about gritty, genuine, unscripted videos. Think about a brand that just goes live from their warehouse while they're packing boxes and answering questions. That kind of raw, real content builds a level of trust that a perfectly crafted commercial just can't touch. It feels real, and because of that, it works. And here's the best part. Because you don't need a huge production, you can focus on volume. Seriously, you have to understand that TikTok is a numbers game. You can't really plan for a video to go viral. The key is just to create as much organic content as you possibly can. Test everything, see what sticks, because your next video could be the one. All right, that leads us right into our second pillar, the power of live. This is where things get really exciting. This is where you build a direct, real-time relationship with your audience and where you can see sales that will absolutely blow your mind. To really get this, I want to tell you a quick story about a creator named Garen Flowers. Now, when Garen first started doing TikTok Lives, he was averaging maybe about $100 in sales per stream. A decent start, but nothing crazy. But the key was he stayed consistent. He started in November, and by December, something clicked. He had his first real breakthrough and pulled in over $1,000 in sales from one live session. He thought that was amazing, maybe a fluke. But then, just a few months later in March, he had a live that just completely shattered that record.
So what changed? It wasn't his product. It wasn't the time of day. It was his entire mindset. He had this realization where he said, I need to stop worrying about the sales numbers and just focus on having a good time, on connecting with people, on making it fun.
And the result of that shift? On March 1st, Garen went live from midnight to 6:30 in the morning, and in that one session, he sold over $4,000 worth of product. He quadrupled his personal best, all because he stopped selling and started connecting. And his advice for anyone else is just pure gold. He says you don't have to be some polished TV host. Just be yourself. Genuinely try to help people. If a live is going well, stay on. Don't cut it short. And get this, he even says to let the trolls talk, because their comments, even the bad ones, count as engagement, which can actually tell the algorithm to show your live to even more people. Wild, right? Okay, now for pillar number 3, your affiliate army. So if your authentic content is the fuel and going live is the engine, then affiliates are like the turbocharger. This is how you create a massive snowball of sales that you couldn't possibly create on your own. And if you're wondering why this is so powerful, just look at the data from TikTok itself. Over half of users trust brands more after a creator they follow talks about them. And even more, nearly 2/3 actually rely on those creator recommendations to decide what to buy. That kind of third-party validation is priceless. So how do you do it? Well, inside the Seller Center, you've got 2 main options. For starters, there's the open plan. This is perfect for beginners. You just set a commission rate, and literally any affiliate on TikTok can find your product and start making videos about it. Then there's the target plan, where you can invite specific creators you already know and trust. The advice is pretty clear. When you're starting out, just go with the open plan and get as many people talking about your stuff as possible. And that leads us to our 4th and final pillar, the paid amplifier. Now, this is the last piece of the puzzle. And notice the key word here is amplifier. This isn't where you start. This is what you do when you want to pour gasoline on a fire that's already burning. And the strategy here is so logical and efficient. Step 1, you create all that organic content we talked about, the videos, the lives. Step 2, you just watch your data and identify the winners. Which video got a crazy number of views? Which live made the most sales? And then, and only then, do you move to step 3, you amplify. You put your ad budget behind those proven winners to push them out to a massive targeted audience. You're not guessing anymore, you're just scaling what you already know works. So let's bring it all home. The TikTok Shop opportunity is absolutely real, and it is happening right now. Success here isn't about having the biggest budget. It's about being authentic, it's about being consistent, and it's about being smart. You have to leverage creators, and you have to scale what's already working. So you've got the map to the gold mine. The only question left is, what are you going to sell?